Hi everyone, this is Miss Griffith. I have come to you today with a writing lesson. One of the things that we're going to talk about is a few strategies to help you in taking your rough draft and editing and revising it to make it stronger in order to make it a more successful final draft. The first strategy that I'm going to share with you today is arms. So the A stands for add, the R stands for remove, the M stands for move, the S stands for substitute. So ARMS stands for arms. Now, when you are looking at your rough draft and you're looking at your writing, you would want to think to yourself, can I add anything else? Can I add any more details? Can I add any more describing words? Can I add more information to make the writing better? So add. Can I add more detail and more description to my writing? That's one question you want to ask yourself when you are looking at your rough draft. Now for R stands for remove. So if I'm looking at my rough draft, I would want to ask myself, what can I remove or take away in order to make the writing stronger? Is there anything that may not make sense to the reader? Can I take that out? Is there too much information or information that doesn't make sense? If I'm writing about snakes, yet I have information about ponies, I might want to remove that in order to make it more clear to the reader what my writing is about. Remove. When you are revising and editing your writing, that is one question you can ask yourself. What can I remove in order to make the writing more successful? Now, M stands for move. So you would want to ask yourself as the writer, can I move words around within the sentence to make more sense? Can I move my sentences around to make more sense? What can I move in order to make my writing make sense to the reader? Do I need to move words or sentences? That can be a question you can ask yourself when you are revising and editing your writing. Now for S stands for substitute. That means to take something out and put something else in. And you could ask yourself, can I substitute any of the words I have in my writing and put in more interesting words? So if I said, the pasta was good, can I take out that word good and say The pasta was scrumptious. The pasta was delicious. I would be substituting words in order to make my writing stronger. To review, you can use ARMS as a strategy to help you revise and edit your own writing. When you revise and edit your writing, it is normally after you make a rough draft or a sloppy copy and before you make the final draft. A stands for add. Can I add details or descriptions to my writing? R stands for remove. Can I remove information that doesn't make sense? M stands for move. Do I need to move words or sentences? S stands for substitute. Can I take out boring words and put more interesting words in there? Now, in addition to ARMS as a revising and editing strategy, there is one more strategy I'd like to share with you today. And this strategy is COPS. The C stands for capitalization, O stands for order, P stands for punctuation, and S stands for spelling. COPS gives me COPS. So for C, capitalization, when I'm looking at my writing, I want to ask myself, do I have capital letters at the beginning of each sentence? Do I have capital letters to begin people's names or places? Do I use capital letters throughout my writing? That's one thing you want to ask yourself. Now, when you get to order, you might want to ask yourself, do I have transition words if needed? Do I have sequencing words if needed? Do I have first, next, then? Do I have those words that help the reader to know what order the writing goes in? Also, do I begin with an opening sentence, have my details, and then close with a concluding sentence? That would also be a question or a thought you could ask yourself. P stands for punctuation. When you are looking at your rough draft and revising and editing, you would want to ask yourself, do I have a period at the end of every sentence so that the reader knows where to stop? Do I have any questions in my writing that would require a question mark? Do I have any statements in my writing that would require an exclamation point to let the reader know that's something I'm very excited about? Do I have punctuation in my writing? Now, S stands for spelling. When you're looking at your spelling in your rough draft, you want to ask yourself, am I writing the sounds I'm hearing? If I'm trying to spell the word cat, k, a, t, I'm going to write the sounds I hear. If I write the word cat as ax, ax, I'm not writing the sounds I hear. And that is something I can check for when I'm using the COPS strategy and checking for my spelling when looking at my rough draft. To review, COPS is an additional strategy you can use to help you revise and edit your writing to make it stronger in preparation for the final draft. You would first look at your capitalization. Do you have capital letters in your writing? You would then look at the order. Does the order of my writing make sense? You would then look at the punctuation. Do you have punctuation throughout your writing? You would then look at your spelling. Are my words able to be read by the reader? Can I improve on any of my spelling by writing the sounds I hear? These are two different strategies that you can use when you're revising and editing your own writing.